my chance got took away from me. But I tried to stay professional. We made the most of my American trip. We drove down to LA on the Monday. We sparred there, got it out of the system. We was given a new date, a new fight date, and I had something else to focus on.
So did you quite quickly just sort of retailor your program, as it were, for the new fight date?
That's it. We had the weekend off, a little rest, watched the fights, drove down to LA, sparred, and then, to be honest, I forgot about it.
Out the system. Okay, what about an assessment of your opponent then tomorrow night?
He's a great fighter, very, very experienced. He's knocked out as many opponents as I've had fights, so he can obviously punch. Former world champion, defended the title a few times, and he's only been beat by world champions. So hopefully Saturday night, I can be the fifth world champion to beat him.
You're not going to let us in, and we wouldn't expect you to, but obviously you've been studying closely, so you've got some ideas, you've got some plans, just some areas where you think he might be a little bit vulnerable?
Well, to be honest, when I'm given an opponent, I just check them out on YouTube quickly. I have a look at their style, whether they're like southpaw, orthodox, come forward, or a boxer. So I don't really study the opponents. I concentrate on myself and get myself right and get myself in great shape.
Okay, Jonathan, what about you now, and the frustration, obviously, for what happened in January? How hard was that to deal with?
Bueno, antes que nada, buen día. A Selvi quiero saludarle y darle lamento mucho, mi pésame por su familia. Y la pasé muy mal, la verdad que fue algo que no esperaba y bueno, me pegó muy duro, pero seguí trabajando.
Something I didn't expect, the same as he didn't expect it, and it was very hard for me. The cancellation just didn't suit me at all. But it's good to be here with Selby to fight him.
And how quickly could you get back to training normally and get ready to fight again?
¿Cuánto tiempo tarda en entrenar otra vez? ¿Y cuánto tiempo echa entrenando?
Paré solamente 20 días y volví a arrancar a entrenar.
I rested 20 days and then I started training again.
So do you feel this is a bit of unfinished business? You were expecting to fight Lee, it didn't happen for the reasons we know, and now you've got the opportunity.
Que si tú crees que eso era algo que tenía que terminar entonces y ahora tienes toda la chance de hacerlo otra vez.
La verdad que no pienso en eso. Estoy muy contento por la oportunidad y bueno, hoy vengo a aprovechar lo que tanto decía y busqué, ¿no?
I don't think about that. I just thank everybody concerned for the opportunity, and that's all I'm interested in. I just look forward now.
And what is your assessment, Jonathan, of Lee and his fighting ability?
¿Cómo crees tú que pelea Lee Selby y cómo crees tú de la habilidad de él?
La verdad que es un buen boxeador, la verdad, eso no lo puedo discutir, es muy buen boxeador y bueno, va a ser una pelea muy difícil, muy dura.
It's going to be a very hard fight for me. Technically, Lee Selby is very good, and I know I'm in for a fight, but I'm ready for it.
And you're ready for it because he's a former world champion, of course. And you know everybody deserves respect who gets in a boxing ring, but he's a former world champion, so there's even more respect there.
He's a former world champion, but it's nothing I've seen before. I beat Fernando Montiel on his home turf. He's a former freeweight world champion, an elite fighter, so it's nothing new, and I'm ready for the challenge Saturday night.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. We'll do the photographs. Thank you.
Now leave one fist up this way, please. Thank you, gentlemen. Sarah, please.
Ladies and gents, one more to go. Chris Eubank Jr. and Arthur Abraham for the IBO Super Middleweight Championship. Yes.
That's it.
Okay, ladies and gents, let's go. The last one with Chris and with Arthur. Thank you very much indeed. Chris has got his belt with him. Chris, when you've got a date, you know the date is set. Does that change training in any way? The intensity, the scheduling? Just talk us through the last few weeks when you know that the date is set.
This is a luxury I actually haven't had many times throughout my career. Most of the times my fights have kind of been 3-4 weeks notice. For this, I've had a good, solid training camp. I was on weight 3 weeks ago. I had a full breakfast this morning, and I'll have a full breakfast tomorrow. And I know that man cannot say the same thing. I'm feeling strong. I'm ready to go.
And I know this man comes into the ring with a lot of your respect, only to be stopped once in 51 fights. It's only the very elite fighters who've ever beaten him.
That's right. And I'm going into that ring on Saturday night to make a statement. I want to be the first man to legitimately stop Arthur Abraham. And with my combination punching and my speed and ferocity, there's no reason why that can't be done.
Do you regard this as the toughest test of your career so far?
Yes, this will be, in my opinion, the toughest test. He's the most experienced fighter I've faced, and I've trained accordingly.
Are you relishing that? Are you looking for somebody to push you and to test your credentials?
I said it from my last fight. After the fight, I want to fight the best. I want to fight for the titles. And I believe that the tougher the test, the more it brings out of me, the more I'll rise to the occasion. So yeah, this is just the beginning.
Arthur, how have the last few weeks been? How's your training been going?
Good, thank you. I feel me very good in England. Everything is very nice. My training gym is good, and I go a little bit running. I go a little bit punching ball. I feel me good, and I train a little bit with my trainer. Everything is okay.
You're feeling confident? I mean, you know how good Chris is and how good potentially he could be. How confident do you feel about this?
Natürlich bin ich zuversichtlich. Sonst wäre ich nicht hier. Ich bin hier zu gewinnen. Ich bin hier nicht für was anderes.
Obviously, I've got confidence. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. And I've come here to win. Can't be any other way.
And the win over Robert Krasnicki, has that to some extent revived your career? Do you feel reborn as a boxer after that win?
No, this is Krasnicki is my last fight. This is forget it. Win, finish. I think the next time what come, what I doing for a long time is forget it. Das ist, sagt mein Trainer hat ein Sprichwort: Nichts ist älter als Erfolg von gestern.
Nothing's older than the success of yesterday. That's what his coach says.
Well, like that. That's a good motto.
Deswegen, man muss immer neu beweisen, neue Ziele haben, neue Ziele umsetzen.
Yeah, you also prove yourself again, have new targets and implement those new challenges.
So when you look at Chris and you looked at the DVDs and you've studied him, what sort of fighter have you watched?
Everybody he fight to world championship, he's good. Nobody can fighting for world championship, he's nothing. I respected everybody. I have no problem with everybody. We go to the ring to fight, and the best win, and I win.
The weather's not been too bad recently. When you've been running along the seafront in Brighton, have you had a lot of people? I mean, you're always recognised, of course, but particularly now that you're getting to the stage where you're fighting for world titles, are you feeling a lot of support in your hometown as you're going through your training?
I am, and not just in my hometown, but in England in general. Everyone's backing me for this fight. You know, obviously we have England v Germany type situation. Even though I don't actually think he's officially German, but yeah, you know, he speaks German. But yeah, you know, the support has been, as always, uplifting, amazing. You know, I got kids running after me in the mornings and people cycling alongside me for my entire runs in Brighton. You know, everyone, you know, really wants the best for me, and I won't disappoint Saturday night.
I mean, it's a good time, isn't it? Brighton are back in the Premier League for the first time I've ever been in the Premier League, as it were, in the top division. You're fighting for a world title. It's a good time to be a sports fan on the South Coast.
Yeah, we're producing some exciting stuff down there in our little city, and you know, on the big stage, I am going to represent Brighton and England, you know, in the best way possible, and that would be by defeating Arthur Abraham and start.
And you say, of course, that you want to fight the very, very best, and without getting ahead of yourself, what people, I suppose, in the UK would love would be to fight a De Gale or a Groves. Would that be on the plan if things go well on Saturday night at some stage in the next, whatever it is, 12, 18 months?
That is coming. I mean, after this, I plan to enter the Super 8 Series World Boxing Tournament. Obviously, Groves is in there with his world title and other solid fighters. So that will be a great opportunity for me to showcase you know, my skills and to prove that I am the best super middleweight in the world.
Just a final one, Arthur. What about fighting in London? We've had some very famous fights in London. You know, we're at Wembley. It's a very famous part of English sport. What about the experience of fighting in London and at Wembley?
I'm happy I can fighting in London. England have a very, very big name for boxing. Joe Calzaghe, Lennox Lewis, and more and more. And I like English people. He understand from boxing. You know what is boxing and football. And what can I say? I am happy I am here. And we win Saturday and we go to the Berlin back and I am happy. Finish.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed, gents. We'll do the photographs. Thank you. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, please. Is that right? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, guys. Right to the front, please. Tell what you want, Lon. Let's go to this one, please. After. Now each other, please, guys. Everyone all right with that? We'll get senior in now if everyone's okay. You all got shots? You want him in between the two fighters? Guys, can you come? You go in the middle.
I must tell you guys, I'm reluctant to do this. I don't want any complaints, sir.
Just straight on like that.
Where's my trainer?
Yeah.
After 1 second, my trainer.
Okay.
Trainer!
What's his name?
Kommen Sie ganz schnell. Kommen Sie, Trainer!
1 second, sorry.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, maybe gap. Yes. Oh. The two trainers in the middle. Yes. The fighters in the middle, sorry. Can the two fighters get in the middle, please, and the two trainers on either side? There you go. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that all right? Well, mate. Thank you, gentlemen. Is that it? Is that all the shots gone?
In the ITV camera, you're a little bit longer.
Oh, sorry guys, just a sec. Oh, yeah.
Keep looking.
Is that okay? You got everything? Okay, thank you very much, gents. Yeah. Can we have Chris and Arthur on the balcony, please? The snappers are going to do some shots there first. Is that all right, guys? Thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Chris. If you just there'll be one-to-one chances for everybody, but first of all, we're going to do the pictures outside, okay? So if you just hang around and be patient a little bit, we'll get round to you eventually. Thank you.